Welcome to episode number 5 of your favorite podcast, Victory Lap Radio. Your host, yours truly, Riley Jeffers, Twitter handle @RileyJeffers. To my left, I got the champ, swinging and slaying. Andrew, how's it going today?
Hey, I got a cold stone in my hand. Can't complain.
Absolutely. Directly across from me, we got the Mega Parlay, setting random bets for all you degenerates at home, @Michael Whitfield. How you doing today, Mike?
Doing well. Ready to give everyone some parlay locks.
Ooh,
we like to
got
hear.
some early teasers for some parlay locks. On episode number 5 today, we got more bowl pick'em coming at you. We got the next slate of games. Get all your gambling bets in, get you some info so you don't sound like an idiot at your work holiday party if you happen to be employed. After the bowl pick'em, we got another special guest. He's one of yours truly. We'll get to that at a later time. But for right now, we're going to kick it off. We are looking live from the Birmingham Bowl, where we got Texas Tech versus UCF. That was a nice rhyme. Michael, why don't you kick us off?
I like how you sound like you're on TV right now, man. Keith Jackson.
Whoa, no.
But I'm gonna go. I like UCF in this game. I think they've had a good year. I like Charlie Strong coaching South Florida. I think he fits there well. Quentin Flowers, great quarterback. And I also think Texas Tech, all they have is a great looking coach, and that is it.
God, he is a handsome son of a bitch.
You know, if this was, who could pull more as a head coach, Texas Tech has the edge here. But this is definitely not that type of game. Could be, but it's not.
Yeah.
So South Florida, Quentin Flowers are too much. I got UCF by at least 10 points.
Wow.
Andrew, how about you?
Well, I would have to agree here that UCF is going to just do their thing on Texas Tech. I think Quentin Flowers, his stories, it's just a lot. It's going to get the guys all riled up, fired up. And he's going to channel his inner Vince Young here, drop 200 in the air, and another 200 on the ground.
Ooh,
Have himself a fucking day. And little reference here. The Texas Tech coach looks a lot like a villain in Dexter. I just don't know who. I just want to say that for the listeners out there.
The Dexter.
Yeah, we got USF as a 2.5-point favorite over the Red Raiders here coming out of Lubbock. I will have to say, top 5 coolest moment of my life is when Cliff Kingsbury shook my hand, gave me the gun sign, and said, "Thanks, kid." As much as I want to pick him, I just can't. Charlie Strong, I told everybody, not on this podcast, but I think he'd respond well after coming off of not a too hot streak at Texas. I think he's coaching to prove a lot of people wrong. Got an amazing talent at quarterback. Quentin Flowers gets it done through the air and on the ground. I think the Bulls roll. 2.5-point favorites. I think they're going to win by at least 10. I think Texas Tech, a team that always starts hot. They just don't have the pieces to play with the big boys, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I kind of want Texas Tech to win because I want Cliff Kingsbury around as long as possible.
Or be good again.
They've been in games this year, like you said. They just don't know how to
they can score with anybody.
Their last game that won against Texas was
a big
for the
win.
program,
Big
actually.
win.
Got them
Big
into a bowl
but
game.
USF is coming off a tough loss to UCF. I think Charlie Strong's going to have those boys
USF's
ready.
good.
Yeah.
Like this,
Yeah, no, they are
They
good,
might just
yeah.
have more talent than
Yeah,
Texas Tech.
and that was a crazy game. Quentin Flowers literally put his heart on the field and watched them run all over it on the kick return,
Yeah.
ensuing his touchdown drive. On that
And
last
Charlie
quarter.
Strong, being a defensive coach, you give him some time to prepare. I think he'll put something in the book to try and slow down this offense.
South Florida won't be as bad on defense as they have been.
Yeah.
Nick Shimonek can really swing it, but I don't know if he's going to be able to put up 70. Also, if he's going to be healthy. So moving on from the Birmingham Bowl, moving on to the Raycom Media Camellia Bowl. That sounds like an STD. We got Appalachian State versus Toledo. Toledo opening up as a 7.5-point favorite. We got Maction coming down south to Mobile.
Wow.
Andrew, why don't you kick us off with this?
And we're pro Maction.
Yeah, we love Maction.
Who doesn't love a good Tuesday night game with a 19-point spread? What else am I going to do? Crack a Cold Stone, bet some money.
Yeah.
Maybe spank off. I don't know.
Might be better
Little
than
Maction.
but
Hey, well, I think Toledo wins here, but App State's going to cover. Taylor Lamb will keep them in this game. That's Appalachian State's quarterback for the people at home who don't know. He is a beast, though. This guy's a lot of talent. Now, I think the reason I think Toledo wins is solely because of Woodside. This guy is an animal. Almost 4,000 passing yards this season. He's going to dissect that defense. But I think they're going to be winning by less than 7.5. So
So you got Toledo winning, but App covers.
yes, that is correct.
I think Toledo rolls in this game. I do like Appalachian State's quarterback. Appalachian State is also on a 3-game winning streak, but I do think this is just one. Like, the MAC always produces one good team,
Yeah.
and Toledo's been proven to be
Yeah.
that good team
They're that
this
team.
year. Yeah, so I think Toledo wins maybe by 10 points, or I could see them winning by a touchdown too, but I got Toledo winning. And if I were to bet, I would put it on Toledo covering too.
I've just been a huge App State guy since 07.
Yeah, I think App State's
how could you
definitely
not be?
App State always going to be a fan favorite Cinderella story. Good look for the Toledo players having your coach leave last year after a Cinderella
going
season.
11-2.
Keeping that level of play up, that's got to say a lot
2
for the
years
player.
ago.
2 years ago, thank
Yeah.
you. But continuing to have that program at a high level.
That is.
I don't got much here. I got Toledo minus 7.5. That's going to be a nice filler bowl game to get you through Thursday night. Moving on here down to definitely going to be a favorite one for the players. The Hawaii Bowl. We got Houston versus Fresno State. Houston opening up as a 2.5-point favorite, getting back to a bowl game after Tom Herman bolting for Texas last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Michael, why don't you kick us off with the throwdown in the tropics?
This would definitely be a fun bowl game to go to. This
It
is not
would.
like the Raycom STD Bowl. This is a little
Hey,
better.
Intern, start checking the flight prices. Let's get on it. Come on.
let's get on that one, bud. But this might be one of the better Fresno State teams we've seen in a little bit. Fresno State had that stretch in the 2000s and whatnot
David
that they
Carr.
were pretty good. They haven't really been that good lately, but this year, going into conference championship week, they were number 25 in the college football playoff rankings. Lost to Boise State. But I think Houston is too much. I think they've played a better schedule. You got Central Florida.
Definitely.
And those teams in American are better than anyone Fresno State has played. Ed Oliver, the D lineman for Houston, is an animal. One of the best players in the country. I think that him
he's-
and their quarterback and Houston's offense is just too much. I got Houston by a touchdown or more.
Andrew, how about you?
The American Conference has turned out to be no joke.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot
Dude,
of good teams in there.
they're real teams.
Yeah,
they're
there's
a
some
real
good
conference.
teams.
Power
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. Ooh.
I was just gonna say
Hey,
that.
embrace debate.
Wow.
Power 6.
Wow. That's going to be an interesting debate once this playoff may move to 8 teams. There could be only 2 at large at that point.
What could help that too is if Central Florida could somehow
Yeah.
beat Auburn.
Oh, that'd be
like
huge. That's huge right there.
Mm-hmm.
And Houston does have a huge win at UCF against Quentin Flowers and the boys. That's why I
Did they
think
really?
Yeah.
USF.
USF. Sorry, I don't know what I just said.
that is a big win.
so
A
correct.
lot of letters. Letters
Yeah.
are tough. Letters are tough.
They are tough. All their games are just abbreviated. I can't read them. Anyway, but Houston,
Give me the actual
Houston
school.
is here on a business trip. Fresno's on a vacation. Houston
Yeah.
wins, and I think they do it handily.
Yeah, Jeff Tedford coming into Fresno State, doing a good job of revitalizing that program.
Definitely a great year for Fresno.
That
Yeah.
name, he's the former Cal coach, tutelage of Aaron Rodgers, Jared Goff for a year. Coming in, you got
some names
Houston versus Fresno. Fresno carrying the momentum. David Carr leaving. Here's a name for all the listeners to remember. D'Eriq King of Houston. Listen to this spelling. D''ERIQ. That's Hall of Fame all name team right
Wow.
there. You got King and D'Eriq. This Houston offense not as good as some years past, putting up the Tom Herman numbers, but prolific nonetheless. 2.5-point spread out in Hawaii. I don't think Fresno has the competitive edge that they do in their conference. I think Houston rolls here. They celebrate out in Hawaii. Have a good time.
Now wait a minute. Were you speaking of Derek Carr or David Carr?
Yeah, the Carr brothers. They both went there. They both start with D. Moving on here, we got Northern Illinois versus Duke in the Quick Lane Bowl. Duke and David Cutcliffe opening up as 5.5-point favorites over the Huskies from DeKalb. Andrew, why don't you kick us off here? Talk about the Dukies versus the Huskies.
Wow. So this could be one of the worst bowl games to land. I think. No one wants to go up to Detroit.
A lot of viewers. A lot of viewers up there in
No-
Detroit.
No one's going to want to go up to Detroit after 5 p.m. It's just
Day game, hopefully, for all the viewers.
and Duke wants nothing to do with this game. Northern Illinois is like, hey, we're bowling. Let's see what we can do here. We got a good ACC team. Now, with Duke, you got to say fuck Duke. It's simple. Now, I think Detroit also sucks, but shout out 8 Mile. I think Northern wins just because Duke has no. They don't even want to be
Motivation.
here. They don't,
to be
no
there,
motivation.
yeah.
They don't want anything to do with this quick
Quick Lane.
Quick Lane Bowl. They don't want anything to do with it.
Sounds like me driving. Michael, how about that?
See, I'm with you. I don't think Duke wants to be there, but when you got a coach like Cutcliffe, he's a good coach. He'll get his team prepared a little bit. I mean, simply, Northern Illinois is in the fucking MAC. Duke's in the ACC.
Yeah.
Schedule's right there, a little different. I do think, like you said, though, if Duke comes out extremely flat, I don't care what conference Duke is in, Northern Illinois could win this game. But I think Duke does win by a touchdown or more.
Another thing to note there is Daniel Jones turns the ball over a lot.
Yeah.
He is just a sophomore, but he does turn the ball over.
For Duke,
Yeah, that's a note I have. Daniel Jones, pretty good quarterback, definitely has some turnover troubles. David Cutcliffe, great coach. Underrated coach. My prediction for this game, I think Northern Illinois comes out hot. They might get up early, but I just don't think they have the horses to run with them.
Wow.
Then Duke takes over in the quick lane, throwing on their Vin Diesel, put the lead to the gas.
So do you have them?
I have Duke winning and covering, winning
Wow.
by a 10-point margin, somewhere around there. I could also see it be one of those games.
Duke doesn't
neck
play
and neck.
at all.
Yeah, Duke doesn't play at all. They're neck and neck all game. And with the last 5 minutes,
if this-
he pulls away and gets up by
That,
2-3
or I
scores.
think if this game is like tied or Northern Illinois is winning going into the fourth quarter, I think Northern Illinois wins because I think this is
they're
one of those
winning by a
games
field
that Duke just won't get over that hump because
Yeah.
they don't want to fucking be there.
Yeah, I think Northern wins by a field goal. Look for another late field goal like the Duke IU game a few years back at Yankee Stadium.
That was a great one.
Moving on, we got the Cactus Bowl out in Arizona. We got K-State and the Wildcats with their geriatric coach Bill Snyder taking on the coachless. Chip Kelly will not be coaching in the game. Jim Mora out for UCLA. K-State opening up as a 2-point favorite. Will Josh Rosen play? I think he will. No statement on that yet. Michael, kick us off. What do you think, Bruins versus Wildcats?
I like K-State and the old fuck who can't even fucking hear the play calls. But
I have so much respect for that old.
But somehow he continues.
He's been through it all.
He gets a K-State team always prepared. UCLA has Rosen, obviously great quarterback. Probably number one pick. But even if he does play, we don't know if he will. How serious does he actually take this game?
Yeah.
Is it one of those like his draft stock's almost already set?
I think if
So,
he goes
like,
out there,
He's going to the
playing
Browns.
win.
It's already set, man.
Yeah, but it's already set though. So if he performs in this game, it's not like he's going to bump him up anymore. So
Yeah.
who knows how
not
seriously he
against the
takes it?
K-State team, yeah.
Also, Kansas State has beaten Iowa State and Oklahoma State their past two games.
On
Those
the
are-
road at Oklahoma State.
Those are two
Yeah.
pretty fucking
Big
big
game.
wins. So I think
Big
K-State rolls in this game. I don't
Yeah.
even think it's close.
Andrew, what do you think?
I think K-State rolls if Rosen does not play. If Rosen plays, I think there's always a potential chance for magic there, as we saw in
great
week
quarterback,
one.
yeah.
As we
Great
saw in week
quarterback.
one, where they just pulled off the miracle of the fucking century.
Yeah.
I don't even. And I just feel bad for Mega over to my left here. Had money on that game. Texted me free cash.
Had Texas A&M money line.
And it's just-
I was excited,
and it just
and
ended
then
all
it just
bad.
slowly, just like, well, maybe not free. Yep, not
Yeah.
free. No,
But-
I'm fucked.
Even if as much as I dislike K-State, being a KU guy, even if Rosen does play, and as good as he is, as refined as he is, as much arm talent as he has, I don't think in this situation he's a guy that's going to go out there and win you this game. He'll probably go for like 17 for 24, something like that, maybe a couple touchdowns,
Yeah.
but not a dominating performance where he's taking over, throwing 300, 400 yards.
Yeah.
I think K-State's going to roll. I think they're going to get out there early enough where Snyder's going to be able to get the early bird specials, use his AARP card to.
Can he get up though?
Pringle from K-State's gonna have a big day. Mark
Big
that.
question though: does Bill Snyder still be able to get up?
Dude, he found the fountain of youth. I mean, he's old as hell,
So
but
he's still
he
able
still
to pop
gets
him?
up.
His
And
his
he's
wife
still
knows what he's
still
doing.
very
She's doing.
active in the game planning. He knows what's going on. It's not like a Joe Paz situation where he's very removed. All the respect in
Yeah.
the world to Bill Snyder. I got K-State big, and
think
he's
these
going to get
guys-
his senior special over at Denny's.
Yeah, I think these guys are gonna get a little because all the headlines are gonna be is Rosen playing? It's gonna piss off the K-State guys. They're gonna want to come out. The defense is gonna want to come out and punish him. Just punish
and
them all.
K-State is one of those teams. No matter what game they're playing, they're always
Prepared,
I mean,
yeah.
half their team is walk-ons, where they are so gritty.
They
they're
want
so
to play that
they
game no
wanna
matter
play.
what, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
always they play with a chip on their shoulder every time.
they'll be wanting
as
to
much
play.
as much as I hate it. They're going to do well. I got K-State big.
Yeah.
I think that wraps us up for the Cactus Bowl. Have some good fun out there in Scottsdale following the game. Independence Bowl may be one of the worst venues for a bowl game. game, Shreveport, Louisiana. Probably some good food, terrible stadium. We got Southern Miss getting a hometown crowd, only I think it's like 50 miles away from Shreveport, out over in Mississippi, versus Florida State. Jimbo Fisher's out. Florida State still big favorites. 16.5 points as they open up. Andrew, kick us off with the Independence Bowl. What do you think?
Wow. And normally in a situation like this with Jimbo out the door, you may think, hey, University of Southern Miss may have a chance here, but frankly, I'm pissed off this is a fucking bowl game. I'm pissed this is a matchup. I think this is going to be a terrible game to watch. Good thing it's at 1:30. Maybe I'll still be hungover from the 26th, potentially, and not wake up in time. I think FSU rolls. Blackman's going to have he's going to dissect this offense. Akers going to run all over him. Southern Miss has no shot.
Michael, what do you got from the Seminoles and Golden Eagles?
Yeah, see, I'm with you there. I think if Florida State was playing almost anybody,
Other than us,
Southern Miss, that
whoever
like
these guys are,
that like they could maybe win because Florida State probably doesn't want to fucking be there. But sooner or
this
later,
will take no effort.
even if they
Florida
want to
State.
be there, this will be like week 13 matchup where they win by 40 and play their worst fucking game of the year.
This is their matchup like Auburn has Mercer. This is who Florida State would play.
This is bad, and I think Florida State rolls. I think they have a true freshman quarterback. This just gives him more time to prepare, more time. And also I think. Honestly, I think if Jimbo Fisher was coaching this game, I don't know how well they play, but with him leaving and them all pissed off,
they're going to have some juice.
They might actually be somewhat up to play this bowl game. So I got FSU rolling. Southern Miss, I'm sorry they fucking picked you to play them.
Yeah,
but good luck.
Yeah, that was going to be my take. I think Jimbo Fisher heading out, I think it actually revitalizes the Florida State players a little bit.
Definitely.
Some tricky scheduling getting the bowl game there. Obviously, the Hurricane got them out. They got the late win to become bowl eligible. Again, that freshman quarterback, this is just more practice for him. Going to be big in his coming along, even if they do have Francois coming back and he's healthy. It's going to be good for his progression as a player. I think Florida State wins, but I don't think they cover. I think they win by 14, something like that. Control the game the whole
cover.
Yeah, control the game the whole time.
They're going to be up 21, Southern Miss scores late. Yeah, one of those.
Irma's a bitch for letting FSU sneak in.
Yeah, fuck you, Irma.
We are moving on to the East Coast now, out of Louisiana, going on to New York, Yankee Stadium, the Pinstripe Bowl. You got Boston College, the Eagles coming over from Chestnut Hill, taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes coming out of the cornfield. Andrew, kick us off. Who do you got?
Wow. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I really think BC will be controlling this entire game, and it'll come down to some point shaving like they did in the 79 season with the basketball team, and Iowa's going to end up covering here.
Nice reference.
I think this is a great fucking matchup.
I think this will be a really good game.
This is going to be an exciting one to watch. I agree.
If you love Power 5 mediocre teams going at it.
Can we get some snow football?
Great fucking matchup.
Snow football?
No, this game needs snow. You have two teams who run the ball a lot, play some like hard-nosed defense. Snow would only make this game better, but I have
1,000-yard rushers in the game. Yeah.
They're probably going to run the ball 300 times in this game. But I got Iowa here. I think this game's extremely close. I think it's actually an entertaining game. But I got Iowa by a field goal.
Yeah, Akrum Wadley out of Iowa, big running back, very powerful. He had a huge game against Ohio State. I think Iowa.
Who didn't for Iowa?
Yeah, exactly. I think Iowa's a bit more battle tested. I do think this is going to be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be.
I got Iowa winning. I think if the spread was actually 3.5 over 2.5. Here, this is a game to watch. If the money line moves, or if the spread moves, there's going to be something going on. If you can get in out 2.5. I think Iowa wins by 3, 7, something like that. Watch if the line moves. Watch the money maybe go opposite. Vegas knows something we don't know, as always. But I got the Hawkeyes getting the dub. Kirk Ferentz, another slightly above average season out of Iowa. He is the king of B pluses.
They always get that one big win each and every year. They always find a way.
And then they always find a way to lose to someone they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think Kirk Ferentz is the pinnacle of what Iowa will be in modern day college football.
It's definitely the peak of what they'll ever be.
Yeah, I don't even think they can be like a Nebraska from the early 2000s, being able to. I just don't see them going to Chicago getting the players that other schools can, like in Nebraska.
Although A lot of hot girls go to Iowa,
A
so
lot of hot
I
girls
know
go to Iowa.
a couple of babes that go to Iowa.
I
Some
know
down in
an
Florida.
absolute smoke who transferred from Kansas who ended up going to Iowa.
You ever
She
been to that?
is
They got that truck
unreal.
stop there too.
World's largest truck stop on I-80. Made the stop
Hey,
many a times
me
coming
too.
back from
I
Kansas.
don't
Stop at that
know-
Dairy Queen there. They got
I don't
some
know
great
why they
blizzards.
don't use that on
Dentist
the
office in there.
I don't know
Get
why
some
they
work
don't
done.
use that on the
Wow.
recruiting trips.
That place
Hey.
is windier than a motherfucker.
Moving on here, we got the Arizona Bowl. Arizona playing in their home stadium down in Tucson. Get you a Sonora hot dog. Get you a margarita. It's going to be a barn burner when Purdue comes to town. Arizona opening up as a 3.5-point favorite. Khalil Tate, real athlete. Andrew, kick us off.
Well, it's the Foster Farms Bowl. Let's just get that out of the way.
Not the Arizona Bowl.
Moving on.
But listen,
We'll cut that.
listen,
We'll cut that.
listen here. You think the Pac-12 has something over the Big Ten? Yeah, I usually agree with that. But we got Kirky B and the boys.
Ooh.
They'll be fired the fuck up and come out swinging this game. They are, and we've seen them. Now listen, we've seen them blow little big lead dwindle on national TV against Louisville earlier in the year. I'm giving that no merit. Purdue comes out hot, hangs on, knocks off the Wildcats in their home area.
No, it's
Turkey
it's
born
up in
to
San
bees
Francisco.
wins.
Andrew, thank you
Oh.
for making me look like an idiot there. That's much appreciated. We'll fix that in editing. Yeah,
now I look like an idiot too.
Foster Farms Bowl up in San Francisco, actually Santa Clara, where the 49ers play. Michael, what do you got here for us up in the Bay?
I think Khalil Tate and Arizona are too much for Purdue.
Oh,
I think,
come on.
I think Purdue had a great season. Their past 3 years, they've been fucking awful. For Jeff Brom to come in and do what he's been able to do in 1 year, hats off to him. He's done a great job. I just think
They got the bucket.
they did get the bucket. I was so happy to fucking see IU not make a damn bowl game, and Purdue did. But Khalil Tate, Arizona, too much. 7 or 10 point game. I think this game is close though, and then I think Arizona ends up pulling away in the fourth quarter.
I'm telling you, Kirky B and the boys will be fired up. On this
They
one.
will
watch them come out hot.
They definitely will be fired up. I agree with you 100%. They're going to be like, this is one of the Big Ten
This is a
teams.
huge,
for them.
huge
They
game for
want to
them.
play in this
Yeah,
game.
they want to play.
Them
they
playing
got
in a
lot
bowl
to
game.
prove.
Them playing in a bowl game is huge for their season.
In
So
different, I think,
Yeah.
complete opposite sides of the table for Arizona there.
see, I don't know because I think Arizona's one of those schools where like they started
Yeah.
off terrible. So that now they won,
Yeah,
you know,
true.
it's like it could 8-5 season. That could be a good season
Yeah.
for them. But I agree. I think Purdue comes out there. They're definitely ready to play.
I think,
but I just
the
think
fire's unmatched. Let's say that.
I just think
at the beginning.
in the end, Khalil Tate they'll almost wear down Purdue's defense. Arizona by 7 or 10.
Yeah, I think
Tate is a beast.
I think except for rare exceptions in a very shitty bowl game, if you're in a bowl game, you want to win. Nobody's going to go out there and it's like, oh, I don't want to be
you
here.
wanna
We-
win.
once
we
you-
have inside sources
once-
telling otherwise.
Once you kick off, you want to win that game. I
agree, though. I
Rich
agree.
Rod has not
But
been
these-
good in big games. He hasn't been good in big games lately. I got Purdue winning here.
Oh, you call this a big game?
Yeah, I mean, well, spotlight's on bowl game. It's a big
8
game.
win for
Hey, it's
Arizona.
an 8:30 kickoff. Could be a big game.
Khalil Tate, very athletic quarterback. He's a star. But I think Purdue's going to come out here, get the dub. Program-changing game. Program-changing game for the Boilermakers. They come back to West Lafayette, get a dub.
I'm with you, brother. Kirky
Yep.
being the boys.
We're moving on now to Charlotte. We got the Belk Bowl, the Southern retailers' favorite of frat boys everywhere. We got A&M versus Wake Forest. Wake opening up as a 3-point favorite. Michael, kick us off. Aggies, Demon Deacons. What do you think?
So Wake dropped their last game at home to Duke. Did not play well at all. A&M,
Duke's a good team.
Duke's not bad. I don't know,
Bowl game.
good, but A&M they've kind of been a struggle all year. They win, they lose. UCLA should have won that game.
They win. They should have won. They could have won.
They just kind of been up and down all year. But I think Texas A&M's getting Jimbo Fisher. I think it might have rejuvenated the program a little bit. Gave them a little something to be excited
team's
about.
gonna want to look good.
Yeah. So, and I think Texas A&M has way more talent than Wake Forest, and I think it shows. I think Christian Kirk has a huge game for Texas A&M. I don't think Wake Forest can stop him. I think Texas A&M rolls. I would say they win by 10 plus. That's what I have. Andrew, what about you?
Well, I think I'm the complete opposite. I think Wake rolls here, and let me tell you why. Texas A&M, I've been saying it a little too much on this podcast, I think, but I think their season the shit hit the fan first week of the season, and that's You never want to see that. You hate to see it, but someone's out of there. They have no head coach. I mean, they do, but they don't. Wake's an angry Wake's an angry ACC school, just ready to whip out their fucking 12-inch horn and piss on the SEC. They're gonna get it done. Wake rolls.
Yeah, I think A&M's going to want to look good for Jimbo Fisher. I just don't think they do it. John Walford, good dual threat quarterback for Wake. Wake, this is basically a home game for them. A few miles away, Charlotte compared to, I can't even remember where it's at, but it's a home game basically for them. 3-point favorite. I think they get it. I think they win by like 4-7, something close. A&M, I don't like their quarterback. What's his name? Number 11. He's a dual threat guy.
They lost all the good ones, man. They all transferred.
I just don't think A&M's got it. I think Jimbo Fisher will make them a good program, but not on that day. We're moving on now to the Music City Bowl. That's a favorite town of your pod host here.
Woo.
Down in Nashville, we got Kentucky, we got Northwestern, we got SEC versus Big Ten. Northwestern opening up as a 7-point favorite. Andrew, kick us off here for the bowl down in the Music City land.
What can I say, man? It's a great city to be in. Do we make the trip?
I think we might have.
That might be the first broadcast from the road for the pod.
Wow.
Yeah.
Buckle your seatbelts. That might be a first.
I think we
Stay
might.
woke on that one.
All right.
We have to, actually.
Okay. All right. So, as much as I love some Patty Fitz, I love that guy.
Yeah.
The memes, the coaching, the wins, the colors of the school. It's not enough. It's SEC football, baby. You packed your bags, didn't you? It's just different. All jokes aside, Benny Snell Jr. is going to have his fucking way against Northwestern, running all over them. And this is contrary to popular pick, apparently, but I think Kentucky is going to take this game and actually win, obviously covering there. I don't think Northwestern is going to come out playing too well. It's simple as that.
See, I'm with you on the Pat Fitzgerald. I love Pat Fitzgerald. I love what he's doing with Northwestern. You know, you think of Northwestern, you don't really think of a football team that can compete. But, they're 9-3, ranked in the top 25 in the playoffs. He's had them relevant since he's almost been there.
Right.
Kentucky has also lost their last 2 games by combined of 56 points. I think Northwestern rolls. Kentucky has not been playing good football the past 6 games. Northwestern 9-3. It would be a great ending to their season to go 10-3 with a bowl win for momentum for next year.
Key thing here is, though, I forgot to mention, Northwestern's quarterback turns the ball over a little bit too much for my liking, for me to be confident in them. That's why I'm calling the Kentucky cover here.
Yeah, I think this would be a big win for Kentucky. I think it would be a big program win. Mark Stoops, good coach. I don't think it's happening, though. Northwestern, very good in bowl games. I feel like every December, January, Northwestern shows up, Patty Fitz gets them ready to go.
Right.
I think Northwestern's going to win by 10 here. I do think it's going to be a good game, good bowl game to watch. Northwestern gets the dub. Parties in Music City, has a good old time down on Broadway. Hit the bars, go to Tootsie's, tell them Riley sent you. It'll be fun. We're moving on here. This is the Arizona Bowl that I fucked up with earlier. Utah State versus New Mexico. We got New Mexico State. Thank you, the Aggies, not the Lobos. We got Utah State opening as 4-point favorites over New Mexico State. Andrew, kick us off here. What do you think in this bowl game?
Well, we got a former MC defensive end, Tyler Rogers, leading the helm for North Mexico State.
Real relatable.
No, just Ty Rogers. I don't know who he is. To be honest with you, I don't like this game. No interest in it. I'm picking New Mexico State because their mascot looks way cooler. That's my pick. That's my take right there.
Yeah, I'm with you.
They're both the Aggies.
Their picture guy. I don't know what the fuck it is.
I'm with you on this one though. I have no reason at all. They're both 6-6 teams. This is that bowl fucking game where you come downstairs and you look at the TV and it says college football. Fuck yeah, bowl game's on.
Yeah, I'll watch this.
And then you look at it and then you go, should I fucking watch this game?
5:30 kickoff.
It'll be on in the background while you flip around.
Right, yeah. So
spanking off.
So no reason, but I got New Mexico State winning this game. So they're definitely covering and winning. Riley, what about you? What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, nothing real big for this game. Arbitrary pick. I'm going with the favorite, Utah State, -4. I think they get the win, get the cover, have a good time. The Aggies roll. That will be a good safe pick since both the teams are Aggies.
Yeah.
Wait. Utah State is +4. I don't know if I said that. I misspoke on the. Yeah.
Anyways, moving on, we got San Diego State versus Army, two completely different teams. Army coming in here with 64 pass attempts on the season.
Jeez.
San Diego State, a much more balanced attack, bit of a high-powered offense, coming in as 7-point favorites over the Black Knights from the North Hudson. Andrew, kick us off for this game.
Well, something's got to give here, boys. The Army Knights, Black Knights, they're coming off a season averaging 355 yards on the ground. Now, San Diego State's letting up only 100 on average. Something's got to give here. I think Bradshaw and company are going to have their way, control that clock, control the time of possession. And I think the San Diego State's going to have a little bit harder time getting some drives together with all that time sitting on the sidelines, getting a little cold there. It's going to piss them off. I think Army wins by 3.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like Army. They've had a great year this year, 9-3.
Huge one off Navy too. That's a big
2 years in a row they beat Navy after losing like 13 of the last 14.
That's big momentum. There.
Army has good momentum. They're playing well. Big season for them. I like Army winning this game. I think San Diego State does have a chance, though. If they can force 3rd and longs or whatever, get Army to maybe pass the ball, because like Riley said, they haven't fucking thrown the ball at all this year.
I think Arby's going to have a couple tricks up their
probably
sleeves for those situations.
They probably will, but San Diego State can't force that though. I think Army wins. Cap off a great season for them and just momentum riding into next year for them.
Yeah, I actually like Army in this one. Coming in, definitely taking the under in this game.
Yeah.
Army's going to try and control.
San Diego State runs the ball a shit ton,
yeah,
too.
I think they're going to. Both teams are going to try and control the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
Army's hot. I think they're rolling. Really going to enjoy this win. The cadets get in there, get the job done, get the dub, cover. And I think, yeah, good luck with that one.
Also, Rashad Penny, he's had a great fucking career at San Diego State. He will have a big game, too.
He's a big-time player.
Big player.
Big players make big plays in big games.
But it won't be enough.
That does it for this slate of pick'ems. Come to next episode, we will have the final slate of college football pick'ems. And now we're moving on to our next segment. This is going to be a special one for everybody. We got an interview with former Central Michigan wide receiver. He's a wild man with no care. He's had more hairstyles than Cher. Hide your sisters, hide your wives. This is the guy who had 8 catches for 78 yards versus a Michigan State playoff team. Running back to the sidelines, he told their head coach to suck his dick. He's been involved in 2 of the most wild plays in college football history. The laterals versus Western Kentucky and the play that shouldn't have counted versus Oklahoma State. We got Anthony Rice. Anthony, welcome to the pod. How you doing today?
Pleasure to be here.
Wow.
Anthony, we're going to keep this light. We're going to keep it fun, show people the other side of college football. So let's just go real generic, getting off the bat. How was your college football experience and percentage? How intoxicated were you for it?
100% of the time. I don't think there was a sober moment.
So,
So I know you guys are going to ask me questions, but I don't think I remember a lot of the things.
Well, I just wanted to ask. You always hear these great stories with fucking college football strength coaches. So, what if you had to pick one time? What was your craziest story involving a strength coach?
So I went out. I had 6 a.m.s the next day.
That's 6 a.m. workouts for people who didn't play college football.
Yeah.
Thank you.
6 a.m. workouts the next day. And I decided, my dumbass freshman, decided to go out.
Freshman.
He was a free spirit back then.
So I go out and I wake up in the bed with a girl. I didn't even know who she was.
Sick brag. Congrats on the sex.
So I rolled over, didn't even know who she was, and my roommate's knocking my door asking, yo, the strength coaches are here. What are you doing? And so the strength coach drove me to the stadium.
Wow.
He waited for me to get
I
dressed.
bet that was a fun car ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you guys listen to on the way?
Bluegrass.
You're gonna fucking die. You're gonna fucking die.
Did you think you were going to make it through that car ride, or was he just going to kill you right there?
Wasn't sure if they were going to the stadium or not.
And here's what we were kind of talking about earlier. The worst part is, So I had a hurt shoulder. I'm like, what can they possibly make me do? Like,
Because you can't run, can't lift.
I can't run. I can't lift. This man had me sit on the ground and pick up pebbles and put them in a big gulp.
And to give all the listeners a visual,
64
when he
ounce.
says pebbles, he's not talking rocks. He's talking the microscopic beads that they use to fill a turf field.
You may have seen it with the turf guy in the Ohio State Wisconsin
Yeah,
game.
so he was essentially doing that one by one.
So then I get done and I'm like, yes, I'm fucking done.
Feeling accomplished,
I'm
as I
ready.
imagine.
Yeah.
And he comes up and he like pours it out like.
So you're
He doesn't even pour it out in front of me where I can just like where I can just take a
Pick it all back up in the same thing. He just
He
fucking
just-
chucks all of them across.
So you're telling me this crazy motherfucker, because all strength coaches are crazy motherfuckers,
Oh, yeah.
has you sit on your ass on a turf field and individually pick up pebbles to fill a big gulp. We're talking a 44-ouncer. Big
Yes.
gulps, huh? Well, have a good one.
Wow.
And then immediately dumps it out in front of your face.
It says go again. Had to do that.
Doesn't even give him 5 seconds of appreciation.
Go
Says-
again.
Dumps it right
I
out.
had to do that for an hour. And then this wasn't even like one of the worst penalties, but you had to come in at 6 a.m. and hold a broomstick above your head and ride a bicycle.
Oh, I had to do it on a Stairmaster. I ate shit so many times.
But you had to ride a bicycle that has a seat so narrow you're pretty much taking anal like the whole time.
Oh, God.
So you enjoyed it.
Kind of.
Well, it was college. Sometimes you got to experiment.
So-
The reference I just got there, I just got broomstick and anal.
I can ride my bike with no
It's
handlebars.
coming-
Sounds like Mr. Walker.
Mr.
Sounds
Walker
like-
listeners.
Sounds
Really
like Mr.
relatable
Walker
for our
is.
nationwide listeners.
Yeah.
So, was it true after you scored versus Michigan State, you really told Mark D'Antonio to suck his dick?
I did not.
Baker Mayfield asked. Can you confirm or deny?
No, I
No, well, that's
You
not what I
can
heard.
deny.
I signed an agreement. I can't talk about
Okay.
it.
So you were involved in two of the wildest plays in college football history, one of which being in the Bahamas Bowl. You know, we're talking a lot about bowl games. First, give us the bowl game experience, then walk us through that play. And for the play we're referring to, it's when Central Michigan lateraled the ball about 27 times.
Well, let's give him a little
to score as time
little
expired.
backstory here. How much were you guys down going into the fourth quarter there?
It was like 49-14 going in.
Yeah.
What a
late-
comeback!
I'm laying in my bed about to turn off this game. They end up scoring a touch. I'm like, hey, I'll turn it on or keep it on, see what's going on here, and let Anthony tell it how it ensues here.
It was just crazy. Going into halftime, it was like 49-14.
Coaches say it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. And you're like, fuck off, man. We're not gonna win.
No, it's not. We're getting our ass kicked.
You fucking idiot!
Yeah.
Like, you think we're? So yeah, we came out after halftime, and I honestly have no idea how we started scoring. And
Cooper
then
Rush got the boys rally. That's what
Yeah.
happened.
he threw
7
like
touchdowns in that game. Bowl record.
yeah, like he has like the NCAA record for that.
most of the
Yeah.
bowl games.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But let's talk about
So then
before that.
you guys get to no. Let's just get to the last play. That's the best part
Yeah,
about
we
it.
get, yeah. Last play.
So
what,
then you
30
guys get
laterals.
all the way to what? You're down 8, right? You guys are down 8.
no,
at this
7.
Seven.
7.
42-49.
Yeah, so you're down 7.
with what is
How
it?
much time
5
left?
seconds on their own 20.
You know,
Something
you
like that.
You just throw it up.
What's the play call in the huddle? What's the play call in the huddle?
Did
What
Cooper
is the
walk in
play
and
call?
say, "Hey, we're running some schoolyard bullshit"?
It's literally no shoot. I forget what it's called. It's literally
Blood tip.
a Hail Mary where you have one guy go to the back.
Yep. Try and
Another
knock
guy-
it forward. So another guy can catch it.
Yeah, knock
Tip
it
drill.
forward. Like it's knock it forward, knock it back, and it just turned into like a big shit show. Like it shouldn't have even been on that side of the field. Like it should have been.
Yeah.
Like we were on the wrong side of the field.
Oh wow.
Well, anyways, you guys.
The best
the call
the
is
best-
great. Mark May, Lou Holtz calling that game.
The
Just
best part
Isn't
about
that good?
the best part about it all though is
Yeah, good.
you guys score that touchdown, go for 2, and just don't. Get
Okay,
it.
so
just don't get it.
that's a
Play
question
call
I have
going
for
for
you
2.
guys though. Like, would you not go for 2?
No,
You
I
would
would.
come back.
I would.
I love
You
it.
play to win the game.
But it's just hilarious that you just the greatest comeback and then you
Oh,
it's
no,
all
I
for
think it's gonna
nothing.
be
Like you guys
sick.
could have just packed the bags at 49-14.
Yeah,
it would have
what's
been the
the-
same thing.
What's the vibe in the locker room after that? You go, you throw it up. You have all these laterals. You score, miraculous. You're going to be on top 10. Titus Davis going wild, and then you go for 2 and you don't get it. What's the vibe in the locker room after
What
that?
would you
It's
guys?
like, fuck it,
I
we're in
just
the
want to know
Bahamas.
what you guys would have done.
I would've went
if
for
you
two.
You gotta
would've
have
went for two.
that 2-point play.
Definitely,
What is it?
though. But
You
like,
run a
I'm
fade?
calling Mike Tomlin, who runs a 2-point conversion every week and gets it. But I would go for 2. But I mean, it's just funny how you go all the way back. Locker room had to just been like, fuck this bowl game.
I was ready to get out of there.
But,
Yeah.
but tell us a little bit about
Sponsored by Popeyes, though. That must have been cool.
Yeah. tell us
me.
a little about the pre-game. You had a casino next
Yeah,
to your hotel.
forget the actual game. Give us the bowl game experience.
It was
Some of us weren't all that privileged to get to a bowl game.
Yeah.
It was bullshit. Western Kentucky got to be in the casino, and to get to your meetings, you had to walk like a mile through this whole like. I don't know if you've ever been to Atlantis. It's
Good.
like so long.
Good radio here. And so, we were talking about the bowl game experience. You're at an all-inclusive resort. You're in Atlantis. You're in the Bahamas. Everybody who's 18 or above, so everybody there could drink. It must have been a shit show. How do you guys even practice the next day?
Practices were terrible because we had to take like 18 buses. The buses there only fit like 10 people. And so each position group would like take their own bus. And I don't know if you've ever driven through there, but the drivers drive like crazy. Like you feel like you're gonna hit something every step of the way. So we get on the practice field. We had to first of all carry our own equipment on our laps.
Could have been the manager's budget cuts.
And then you'd go out to practice and it would just be like the worst alcohol smell in the world because everybody was drinking the night before. Our coaches, like, I don't know why they didn't get on us.
Jeez.
It was
How long were you guys down there? How many days?
like 7 days, I think.
Wow. Maybe
Damn,
vacation.
Cuzzo.
That's a lot of.
That's a lot of drinking.
that's a spring break.
I think like 2 days before the actual game, Coach Enos came in and told us, like, hey, you guys, like, you need to stop the shenanigans.
Come on, guys, just recover.
We actually have a game.
But there was one night I came in from one of our nights out, and I sat in the back of the corner. Like, we had this huge conference room, and I was alone in a corner sitting at a table with my head down with a slice of pizza next to my face. It just was...
College.
Yeah.
That game was a shit show.
Speaking of college, moving on from the bowl game, the college athlete has a different experience a lot of times than standard students. Being at Central Michigan, no disrespect at all, not Alabama, maybe a little bit of a lower radar, maybe get away with a bit more. What was the college lifestyle experience for a student athlete such as yourself? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I think that especially going to like Central, you got whatever you wanted. Like, to be honest, like
NCAA alert.
And for the degenerate listeners out there, they have a casino within a 10-minute drive
No,
from
that
their
is-
campus.
okay.
It's glorious.
Recruits like to gamble.
Visited many a time.
no, I feel like they kind of like recruit people saying like, oh, there's a casino down the street.
18 and
But
older,
then-
too. It's 18 and older. That's the key.
But then once you get there, they say no casino for the whole time you play there.
Wow.
So, and we had a coach who would be at the casino.
What if you're Native American? Do you get to go?
We had a coach who was at the casino 24/7. They literally knew
They
his
paid
name.
a guy to sit at the casino?
No, Andrew, tell him about
Yeah,
it.
it's the receiver coach, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
He's just sitting there at the craps table like it's his job. Me and Anthony went in there a couple times. He's like, "Oh shoot, we gotta go away. We can't walk down this way." We're like, "Oh shit." Just
In
gotta
there,
avoid him.
sunglasses on, hat on, got white face painted on.
Got his disguise going. That was great.
Oh man, that's great. Oh, hey Anthony, thanks for hopping on the pod, giving our listeners something to talk about, some bowl game experience, some college lifestyle experience, waking up a little hungover. I think it's very relatable for many college athletes out there. Well, Anthony, thank you very much, and let's wrap this episode up here. Final thoughts, kick it off. Andrew, what do you think?
Well, I think my final thought here, I'm just going to give my lock, make it short and sweet. I think it's going to be Iowa minus 2.5. And as Riley was saying, get it on it now. That line will move. Mark it down. That's the lock.
My final thought is I think Kansas State -2 is a lock. Jump on that right now, especially if the Josh Rosen announced he's not going to play. That line will move a lot. So lock in Kansas State -2. They roll.
My final thought is bowl games sound fucking dope.
Can't wait. We're almost there.
Yeah, I wish I got to go to a bowl game. I'm sure I probably would have got suspended for that one. But that does it for us here. Episode 5, Victory Lap Radio. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube at Victory Lab Media. Like, subscribe, we treat. Tell your mom, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your friends. Love you guys. Signing off.